Jermaine Foster.
BBC Radio Merseyside.
I am joined in the studio by my first guests of the evening. Now, every second Saturday in July, the city of Durham is taken over by miners, trade unions and the public for a major event known locally as the Big Meeting. A film that reflects the past, present and future of the gala, whilst following four protagonists over the course of this impressive working class occasion, will be screened in the Fact this Friday. And I'm joined in the studio by the film's director, Daniel Draper. Welcome, Daniel.
Thanks, mate.
And I'm also joined by the producer, Christie Allanson. Have I said that right?
That's right,
Yes.
Allanson, yeah.
Hi. So thanks, first of all, thanks guys, because I'm guessing this is the beginning of a very busy week for the two of you.
Yeah, it is very busy. We've just come back from the northeast this weekend, where the film opened up in numerous locations. And yeah, so we're doing this tonight, but on Wednesday we're off to Glasgow, Thursday Derbyshire,
Back to Liverpool on
for
Friday.
Monday, and then Leeds Sunday, and then off, here, there and everywhere over the next few weeks.
All right then. So before we get into the full detail of the interview, then tell us about the film. I'll start with you, Daniel, as you're the director. Tell us about what the film is about.
Okay, yeah. So in a nutshell, it's a feature-length documentary about the Durham Miners Gala, which, as you touched upon, it's been going since 1871 in the city of Durham, and people meet once a year. There's never been a feature-length documentary dedicated to the Big Meeting, as it's known locally, so we thought we'd make one. And yeah, it basically covers not every gala, but touches upon the history of the gala through to the modern day, and sort of what the future holds for the gala, because as it's in the title, the Durham Miners Gala, but there's no mines in County Durham, and there hasn't been since 1994. But therein lies something quite interesting, because it's become something different in the last 25 years. So it's it's a look at the journey of the gala, where it is today, where it's going, as well as sort of looking at the labour movements in general, labour politics in general. I suppose, hopefully, what we aimed for with the film, and it comes across, is it's a treasure trove of history, and social history and working class history, and the film is an attempt to capture that.
I'm hearing a very definite Scouse accent there with you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Where has this link to Durham come from?
So we filmed at the Durham Miners Gala. Our first visit to the Durham Miners Gala was in 2016, when we went to film Dennis Skinner, the politician. He was speaking. He was speaking there, and so that was the first time we were exposed to this sort of magnificent sort of culture, and it's stuck with us ever since, really. And then just over the last 2 years or 3 years since the Dennis Skinner documentary was released, I thought, why is there not been a documentary dedicated to it, and why don't we give it a whack?
Cool.
Well, you think as well, we both think there's links to there should be more links between Liverpool and the Durham Miners Gala, because I think both have so much in common. They're both a show of solidarity, and Liverpool as a city knows a lot about solidarity and working class pride. And who did we bump into at the gala this year?
Oh yeah, the landlady from the Crack. She was just there. It's full of Scousers who make a sort of like a journey up there, a pilgrimage every year. But yeah. As Christy was touching on, fundamentally, although it was traditionally for miners in the past, it's about the working class, really, and come together. So it's as relevant to people as Liverpool, London, Birmingham, as it is to the people of Durham in our eyes.
Cool. We just heard then from Christie as well. Now, Christie's the producer. So how did you and Daniel get together to start producing and directing this film?
So we met, I don't know, like 10 years ago now. And we decided to set up our own little film company.
Based out of
Toxteth?
Yeah,
in Toxteth, yeah. And we started off doing smaller things, but we, like Dan just mentioned, we made the Nature of the Beast about Dennis Skinner a couple of years ago, and that went surprisingly well. So we thought, what can we do for our next feature? And we ended up making the Durham Miners film. And we started just over a year ago. We just made the decision we're going to make this film. And that was with 3 months to go to the gala, so we really had to get ourselves in gear to get the money together. and hire about 10 cameramen to film the day in all its glory and capture it from all the different angles. And then we had just under a year to edit it all together, which is my job too. I'm the editor as well, because we wanted it in time for this year because it's the 150th anniversary of the Durham Miners Association.
Okay.
Yeah, so pretty intense, but I think it's been worth it.
Very intense, yeah.
So being the director, Daniel, is this like your brainchild, as in like a creation from you, or did you kind of get some help from other people and then you kind of put the work together, or is this all from the top? Or do you know what I mean? Am I saying that right?
Yeah. So we had a distinct idea before we started filming anything, how we wanted to tell the story of the gala. There was the last sort of like dedicated film to the gala was 26 minutes long from 1963. That informed our film greatly. It's called Gala Day. It's great, it's part of the free cinema movement in Britain, which was basically like the birth of documentaries where cameras were off tripods, not in studios, not with middle class white actors anymore, and like out in the streets, like capturing real scenes. So that film really informed this film where we wanted to go with it, and we were pretty sort of staying with where we want to go. As Christie mentioned, we had 10 camera operators, 15 cameras in general. So it was like a military operation. Everyone was briefed to the hilt, and we're really happy with what people sort of the vision that we come up with about 18 months ago.
You're
being sort of executed.
Modest though, it was your brainchild.
What do you think?
Dan's the director, and he you can't script a documentary, but basically he knew what he wanted to do, and we went out and did it. But it was Dan's idea.
So he's being modest then.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. So you're sitting there being modest.
She weren't saying that when we were editing. Our editing room's like a war room.
Now it's been screened on Friday, but it was released. Was it last week? It was released.
Yes, last Friday the 6th.
So how's it been so far?
Great. We're really pleased. So it was playing in a few cinemas in the northeast. We actually had a premiere several months ago in Red Hills in Durham, and that was great. Really positive reactions, and we were so pleased with that because that audience was the audience that the gala actually means so much to. It's their lives, so we knew if we got it wrong they would have said so, but they all said lovely things, so that was really positive. And so it's been playing in Newcastle and Durham and South Shields and Hebden Bridge and the last couple of days, Halifax, the last few days, and now Friday finally it's in Liverpool.
And this one in Liverpool, so it's going to be a screening of the film, and then afterwards there's going to be a Q&A.
Yeah. So afterwards there'll be a Q&A with myself and Dan Carden, the MP for Walton.
Have you done one of these before, Q&As?
So we done one on Friday in Tyneside Cinema in Newcastle with Ian Lavery, chair of the Labour Party. And we've got a few lined up, like Leeds, for example, with Richard Bergen. So we've done plenty and plenty to come.
We enjoy doing them, don't we? Because it means not only do we get to see the venues and we get to see our posters up on the wall, that our film's playing there, which is really cool, and I take a photo of everyone. But we absolutely love meeting our audience, the people who have spent their hard-earned money to go and see a film that we've made. We really enjoy hearing their thoughts, and because of the nature of the film, it really opens it up to discussion, particularly about politics. So that's why we enjoy inviting people like Dan Carden along to really get the conversation flowing afterwards.
What kind of things are the most common things people have been asking you so far when they've seen it?
A lot of people ask, where the idea came from, where they think the future of the gala is going.
Because as I said,
because it stopped.
I think it went through a few rough years in the 90s, but it's really thriving again now. So Jeremy Corbyn speaks there every year. So now they're getting numbers of 200,000 plus each year, which is like going back to sort of the heyday. But it's those type of questions. No one's really commented on anything that we've missed out. Which is good. Which is a relief, considering it means so much to so many people.
It'll be interesting to see though what audiences outside of the northeast think.
That's a good point.
Especially people who maybe have never even heard of the Durham Miners Gala or the big meeting. Will it inspire them to go, maybe? Or
you said, I asked you before we started this interview, is this in local cinemas or is it national? And it's like a national thing. So, you guys doing you're doing your thing here in Toxteth, Liverpool, and now you've got a national film out.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome.
You're sitting here so chilled, like it's nothing, right? And I'm just like, I'm actually talking
We're
to
not
two
cool
like,
inside.
like super cool.
Yeah, we're burnt out from all the travelling and the editing. It was such an intense project.
Early mornings, yeah.
I mean, what's the
Yeah.
process of getting your film out nationally as opposed to it just being a local film? Because I mean, this is something that you would think that would affect, you know, people down in Durham. Mm-hmm. So to get it national and have it all over,
Yeah.
you've obviously gone about it
Yeah.
a certain way.
Yeah, and can I just say as well, we're really pleased because we know that people from outside the Northeast travel to the gala. But if you're kind of outside of the 200,000 people who visit the gala, you don't seem to know about it at all. So
yeah.
we're so pleased that the film's travelling further. But it involves hiring a...
Yeah, so we've self-distributed this documentary, which sort of involves working with like cinema bookers and press people to sort of help us push it out
and
beyond,
contacting
you know,
cinemas.
the northeast, because it seems to be working, to tell you the truth. Yeah, we're getting bookings further and further south. We've got a few in London now.
Yeah, got a few booked in today, didn't we? I think the more people hear about it, cinemas, maybe their interest has peaked. We had a few good reviews in newspapers last week, so I think maybe that inspires some more cinemas to pick it up. But we have been so lucky. I mean, there'll be other people out there who've made a great documentary, but maybe people won't get to see it, so we're incredibly lucky.
Awesome.
Yeah, which is important because the gala is such a big event, but it can't move. It's
It's got to be
immovable.
in Durham.
It's got to be in Durham.
Yeah.
So hopefully, with our documentary captures the sort of the essence and the spirit of it, and we can take it around the country and sort of give people a little taste of what it's all about.
Friday at the Fact, the film's going to be screened. Like we said, afterwards there'll be a Q&A. There's still tickets.
Yeah.
Is it a ticketed event or is it like cinema event? You can just go and pay.
Yeah,
as
like
you
the
go?
cinema, yeah. We'll
Yeah,
go
it's
to the
both. You can
box
buy
office.
tickets in advance via Fact, or hopefully there's still tickets on the day. You can buy them on the box office.
Don't wait till the day though. Get your tickets in
Get them now.
advance. Make sure. Daniel, Christie, thank you very much for joining
thank
us.
you, Jermaine.
Thank you.
Good luck, guys. I'm like super. Don't mean to sound patronising, but I'm super proud. This is awesome. Like
Nice
you
one.
guys are Toxic and you're out national film
It's
doing your thing.
bonkers.
It's
If
awesome.
people knew we were just sitting in Toxteth, I don't think they believe it.
No.
Awesome.
We're having a hoot.
Good luck to you. I look forward to seeing the next
Thank
one.
you so much.
Nice one, man.